I don't know about you, but I am excited for spring. Here in Indianapolis, our winters can feel quite long. And so when we start to get those buds on the trees and the flowers are blooming, the temperatures are warmer, and we can go on those walks in the neighborhood, I just get super jazzed. And so with that, with spring, often we associate spring cleaning. And so today I'm excited to kind of take this season and talk through some ways that you can kind of incorporate spring cleaning into your business so that you can make more impact and more income, since that's what we're all about through these trainings. Okay, so I don't know about you, but I love a good clean. Like, I actually find cleaning to be quite therapeutic. And so sometimes if I just like need to zone out, or need to feel like I just want to like feel productive and like good, I'll just like go to town on the closet or the bathroom or whatnot. And spring brings about this sort of like natural routine to do some like deep cleaning in our homes. And so I think that we can take that same energy and bring it into our business. And we want to make sure that we are cleaning up things and taking the space to do things that are actually going to like matter. So if you don't ever use this or that, or it's not really like an asset in your company anymore, probably time to archive that. But when we take time to sort of do a reset, do a refresh, really like clean it out and make that an intention, we are able to upgrade our energy, upgrade our presence, upgrade our productivity. And so today we're going to talk through 4 different kind of categories, spaces that you might want to think about doing a little spring cleaning on in your business. Okay, let's jump into the first space, which is digital clutter. So sometimes as we are growing our empires, building our businesses, it's easy for us to kind of like, okay, I'll get to that later. I'll sort through that later. And so now's a great time to do that. So some things that might come to mind is your inbox. So this is a good time for you to clean out your inbox, unsubscribe from newsletters that you don't use anymore, create those filters, folders, archive things, get to that 0 inbox stage. It's actually a full lesson with training that we do in the inner circle. A lot of these system types of things are, and we love to get you working less, making more, and managing your digital clutter really helps you do that. Make sure that this is another space, might be your Google Drive. So making sure that things are sorted, easily, quickly accessible. Your team knows where they are, and they are in the correct folders, the correct spaces. And how many times do we go searching for different things? And it takes us all this extra time, or our team members extra time. So making sure that, our Google Drive, our passwords, if you use LastPass, if you use, Dropbox, those types of things, making sure that we've just got things updated and that they're really clean. Another space that you might find some digital clutter that you want to clean up might be your client management or your project management software. So for us, our team has just moved over to HoneyBook, and we use ClickUp to run all of our project management as a team. And if you want links to any of those, either HoneyBook or ClickUp, they are linked below so that you can grab that for yourself. We love promoting things and tools that we use in our business, and so we are affiliates with some of those. But you might think, okay, in our sales process and some of the ways we do, we create contacts of people and they never sign the proposal, they never join, right? So those are just like dead leads. So let's like delete those people out. Let's make sure templates are updated and workflows are making sense, and we're adding on like, hey, you know what, we've always just like typed up that request for reviews. Let's make that a template and add that into our flow. So in the spring cleaning, we could do a little adding on as well, but we're really talking here about like getting that cleaned up. So taking out templates that don't work anymore, taking out contacts, Same with our project management. I don't know about you, but sometimes there's just like lingering tasks in there that are maybe not assigned anyone, have been like months ago due, and like we took care of it, and so hopefully we're sticking to some more of those SOPs and standard things that we want to, but sometimes those fall through the crack, and so those are still going to be lingering. So going through, deleting those, making it so that like there's no clutter. It's very clear when me and my team come into our project management or our client management software. Okay, so you get the deal. You'll be able to see maybe where is the digital clutter that you need to clean up. Okay, the next space that I want you to think about potentially like doing some spring cleaning around is your physical environment. When I was a kid, I loved changing my room around. Like I'm a very environment person, and we talked about this in the up level formula. Last week or a few weeks ago. And so I'm an environment girl, and I know a lot of my people are as well. And making sure our spaces are clean and refreshed helps us to just like have that reset. And so maybe it means moving around your furniture. Maybe it means buying a new candle or maybe some new artwork. It could be upgrading some of your space, getting a new desk, whatever that is. Like I definitely need a new mouse pad. Like, oh dear. So that'll be on my list for spring cleaning. So whatever it is in your physical space, maybe it's your closet. I have my office closet is super organized right now, which just makes me, it's just like, oh, great. I want to send a client gift. Here it is. I want to send a letter, a note to a colleague. Here it is. Like, here are my books. Oh, I love it. It just makes it so efficient. It makes me in a creative space. So how can you upgrade your physical space? Your physical beings. And so that's very important. This one's coming. So number 3, do some spring cleaning around your numbers. Make sure your P&L sheets are up to date. Make sure your cash flow sheets, your team spend, all of that is updated. And another thing within that is I would highly recommend looking at those expenses, like especially this would be a good time to look at your fixed expenses. What are you spending every month inside of your business? Do we need to do a little spring cleaning? Are you really using that software? Is that membership something that you're actually accessing? Is that all that kind of stuff that kind of just like adds up over time? I know sometimes when Brett and I have our personal budget meetings and we're like, we signed up so that we could watch that football game, and we need to make sure we unsubscribe. So having a moment where we do that deep clean inside of our numbers, we just hopefully based on flow and what we've taught, like you are tracking your numbers monthly, but let's go in, let's give a good analytical look at things. Let's clean some things up, make sure that we have unsubscribed or cut costs in ways that are strategic because we're not using those anymore, and that everything's just up to date. Man, is that going to be so helpful for tax season. And not only that, but it's helpful for you as the CEO of your company to make business decisions that help you scale. And last, but certainly not least, how about your social platforms? Let's give that a little sprucing up. Maybe this means you're going through and you're unfollowing spam accounts or accounts that like don't really make sense for you. Maybe this is upgrading your bio, your photos, your links, making sure your highlight bubbles are on point. Whatever that is, whatever platform you're on, maybe put get that fresh photo up there, freshen up that space, and make sure that you are feeling really good even on the back end of your social. So this might be like, I know our team, we have a whole templated format in Google Docs that we use. So making sure those templates are up to date for social, for email, making sure that the templates in Canva still make sense with your brand. They're like ones that you're actually using. Maybe your hashtag document needs some cleaning up. So take some time to clean up your social. Remember, as you're deciding maybe where do I start first? What is the spring cleaning that needs to be done? Just like you would in your house, what feels most pressing and that would give you the best momentum forward in your home? So if it's a closet you never go into, you never use, probably don't need to spend a ton of time there quite yet. If you know, like, oh my goodness, my pantry that I go into every day is a mess. So find the most urgent spaces that need to be cleaned up, that also will make a great impact in your ability to be productive and creative. All right, I would love to hear from you about spring cleaning. Which one of these four is like the most you're like excited to dive into? Maybe you haven't thought of it before. Maybe you know it's a pressing need. Comment below, press reply on the email. I want to hear from you guys. I hope that this content is so helpful as you work to make more income and impact. Cheers for now.